Welcome to Scrapyard Refugees.
Okay, today what I'm doing is I'm replacing the cover inside the fender wells on my 67 Fury. They've all kind of rotted and deteriorated. I've already removed this one over here. They're just held on with these like little clips. Here's the left of the old one from the passenger side. It's mostly there, but it's all tore up and beat up and everything. And as you see in the driver's side, it's pretty much missing. You see the little clips holding it at the top there. So I pulled the clips to the other one and pulled it out and used it as a template on this thin rubber. Well, actually it's fairly thick rubber. It's for a conveyor belt I got from my brother, but because that's what he does, is he repairs conveyor belts for construction companies and that, and it's just an old scrap. Just marking where the slits were for relief on the old piece. As you can see, my piece is a little bit shorter than the original. Supposed to come down a little bit further, but this actually tucks into the fender well on the tire side, so you won't even see it. It goes in. This sits on top. This flaps on top of the control arm. These pieces actually tuck in on the other side of the frame rail to attach. So a little bit shorter, but it should be good enough. I have to dusty that one thing in. It's not long enough or something, but hopefully this should work. Okay. So it sits in the car, and this flips up, and this tucks in by the control arm and the tire side of the engine bay. This one, same idea. Alrighty. Ow. Guess we can figure out where the holes go, I guess, next. I'm gonna get a drill for that, put some wood under there. So there's the one I've traced out, and it's got these flaps in here to go around the control arms. And yeah, the old one there. So that's what I'm doing now. After I get that all figured out and set in place, then I'll use the template again and mark where those holes go here, and then put it back in there. And it's actually a little bit thicker than what the original one is, but it should look more or less factory and black and rubber and keep the water out of the engine bay. But it just looks a lot better than, well, this is pretty gross looking, but like I said, that's missing completely. So yeah, gonna get that fixed. So that's what I'm working on today. Okay, all I've done is I've taken these clips, which are the ones that held in the old piece, and drilled holes in my new piece of rubber, and just push them through so they come through like that. And then there's holes on the steel inner fender that these push into, and that should all go back in there. So let's see how that goes. All right, these are the holes I was telling you about there in the steel fender well. And this is my piece that comes in over top of this. Let's get the spark plug wires up out of the way. Basically, get this down enough, goes into that hole there. Just there, one. Now, how does this come up here? Two. Three. That's looking a lot better already. Hard part's just tucking it around the control arm now. I don't know if my cuts are just right or not. Should be, but... And that goes down there. Yeah, it just covers up the control arm and the shock and keeps water out. Here. See, stop this way. Okay, something. For a tiny hammer, of course, I have one handy. There. Now, I think this part goes down in behind. Yeah, like so. See, I'll show you the part that went down in here. It just tucks nicely in, but the tail of it, if you can see it or not, goes in behind the frame rail there. So everything's kind of covered up, so you can see it. Okay, there's the back half, and you can see I moved the tire in that, but that's the rubber, and it just tucks in behind the frame rail there. See, there's another hole there, but I don't know if I can get the flap down that far, drill a hole in it, because I said this is a little bit shorter, but should keep the water out. But that's what I'm working on now. All right, there it is all in. I got some gaps here that maybe I need to tighten up. I'm hoping once it gets hot a couple times it'll relax more. But that's a lot better than having a big gaping hole there. Keeps the water out. Looks fairly factory. I mean, it's not concours. I'm not going to Barrett Jackson or anything, but it just serves a purpose. Keeps the water out, and it looks pretty good, I think. Like I said, this should relax once this gets heated up a couple times. But so there it is. That's the you can see it better there. Finished product of replacing the little splash shields inside the metal fender wells on a 67 Fury. Just a good hunk of old conveyor belt. As a template, use the old as a template. Drill the holes, pop her in. Nice, easy repair. Just minor stuff to getting. You know, when you've got a project, it's always something, and get all the big stuff done first, engine training, and then I start little stuff like this. Just putting off where I start getting to the big job of painting the car, but that'll be later. But for now, one more job off the list. And there's a better shot of the rubber. The back side of the rubber comes in kind of around the upper control arm here. And yeah, it just tucks into the outside side of the frame, between the tire and the frame there. So yeah, it looks a lot better. Keep the water out. I got one more hole to drill. You can see right there, and right there, there's another hole. There's supposed to another pin to go through there. So I got to drill that in, put that in, and that's that.